The new Inside Out movie has already premiered in some theaters around the world, and it's even better than we imagined. Did you know anxiety is about to almost completely end with Riley's head damaging one of the most important things? Core memory. This is one of the most striking scenes from the recent trailers, and certainly one of the most important events in this incredible film. Since the first movie, we've all known that the long-term memory projector is one of the most important things in Riley's mind, as it allows access to the girl's memories. In the film, Joy has developed a device to discard all the embarrassing memories the girl has had at some point. There's a group of memories that serve as the foundation for creating the girl's personality islands, like family, hockey, friendship, and so on. During a very interesting event in the film, we'll see in Riley's mind a kind of super memory. However, anxiety, with its distorted mindset, will snatch this core memory, leading to a series of consequences for our protagonist, which we can't reveal since this is a spoiler-free video. But we can say that anxiety will do this for what she considers a good cause, at least for her. Nevertheless, it will turn out to be a huge mistake, much like what disgust, fear, and anger almost did in the first movie, but even worse. From there, a series of events involving even Riley's survival will come into play, as we'll explain in the next topics now. Core beliefs. Another crucial point in the film that we've all seen in the trailers is a place called core beliefs, which is one of the most important in Riley's mind. It's where the protagonist forms opinions about everything, but mainly about herself, which is called Riley's sense of self. But for this to happen correctly, all emotions must be in harmony in the girl's mind's command center. And, as we know, this is exactly what won't happen in the film, as joy and the other emotions end up being banished. However, once outside their prison, they manage to send sadness back to the command center through the memory tube, as seen in the trailer. At the same time, the other four emotions go to core beliefs to carry out a daring plan created by the group to try to save Riley's mind and life, which are not doing well. But even without spoilers, we can say that this place is very special and important. So stay tuned for it when watching the movie. Sadness and embarrassment. As soon as embarrassment appears, everyone noticed that Sadness became quite excited, and it's true that she likes big guys. This will become even more evident when she returns to the command center hidden. There, we'll see sadness and embarrassment in some very cute moments, which are actually much better than I imagined from watching the trailers. And just to make you even more eager to see the film, I have to tell you that embarrassment, despite hardly speaking understandable words, also enjoys sadness a lot. And, just so you know, he's one of the most important characters in the movie, but not the only one. That's because some other prominent new characters aren't emotions, but other humans like Riley, who are also new characters, as we'll explain better shortly. Val and the hockey team. Just as we theorized based on the trailers, it has indeed proven true that Riley will get into a kind of moral conflict where she needs to decide whether to continue her relationship with her best friend she made since arriving in San Francisco, Grace and Bree. And actually, surprisingly, there's a very convincing reason for the girl to consider cutting ties with her new friends, but we won't reveal what it is in this video, as we won't give spoilers. Thus, Riley will increasingly gravitate towards Val and the hockey team, and indeed they will become close and good friends. However, the protagonist's mind will be in disarray, and she will always think about the worst possibilities that could happen thanks to anxiety and her team, who will focus exclusively on developing ideas of things that could happen, proving that anxiety was truly in complete control of everything as seen in the trailer. But, contrary to what many might think, Val and Riley's relationship is purely one of sports admiration, and later friendship, once Envy stops trying to copy everything the girl does. But before that happens, we see in the movie a dominant Envy. As we imagined after the old emotions are banished by anxiety, Riley's mind becomes a completely different place from what it was before. This is because the plan of the girl's brain and body is for all emotions to live together, which got much better after the end of the first movie, since now Joy really considers sadness a friend and no longer a nuisance. However, with the absence of the old emotions and under anxiety's control, Envy will have much more freedom to do things she wouldn't do if she were in the company of all emotions. So, for example, at one point she will make Riley dye a streak of her hair red purely out of envy she feels towards Val, as the girl also has a red streak in her hair. This is just one example of the several strange things the protagonist of the film will do during camp hockey because of envy. Joy getting a taste of her own medicine. The whole situation of the film will end up happening because of the misunderstanding between anxiety and Joy, as you well know. However, we can see that the desire to make the girl happy by the emotions caused all the problems in the first film. And the same thing happens again, only this time with anxiety and multiplied by 10, since the new emotion is capable of even more extreme actions to do what she thinks is best for Riley. So, as we had also predicted, Joy will understand exactly what anxiety is doing and why, and this empathy will help a lot in the final moment of the film, where very cool things will happen that we can't tell you about here. But, just so you know, the experience with sadness during the first film will basically be what will save Riley's life, literally in this second film, because believe me, she will run a risk of hurting herself very badly at a certain moment during camp hockey. A bit different from the first film, where the girl would run away from home, but with the same principle that terrible things could happen if she continued. Riley's biggest secrets. One of the things that will grab your attention the most in the film is the moment when the first emotions are locked away and thrown into a place where Riley's biggest secrets are kept. There, 3 prominent characters in the film will be seen, one of whom is very sinister. The first 2 are Bloofy, who is in Riley's mind because he's the main character of a cartoon she loved in childhood, and he's there precisely because he's a children's character the girl still loves, even though she's a teenager now. The other is Lance Slashblade, who is a character from a game that the protagonist has always had a crush on, but has a completely useless attack to use in a game. He's also a secret because Riley finds him cute, even though he's just a game character. Mysterious secret. And the other character is a huge, dark, and mysterious secret, whose nature is uncertain, and the film also leaves it open, maybe to be further explored in the third film. That's right, we'll definitely have at least one more Inside Out movie in the future, so get ready for that. Special appearance of Nostalgia. In fact, in an upcoming film, we might see more of Nostalgia, as she did make a brief appearance in the movie, and we honestly thought she would be more used. But this could really happen in the future, as it's a very cool emotion that can do interesting things in Riley's mind, especially after the girl loses. I almost gave away a spoiler there. Unfortunately, I can't say more than that. Sorry. Unlikely hero. Just as the old emotion was a surprise for appearing little in the film, you'll be surprised by the hero of Inside Out 2. That's right, since the movie will have a well-defined villain, Anxiety, it will also have a hero that almost no one would think would do what he did. But you'll only see that when you watch the film, because any hint that we give about it would completely give away this information. Emotional ending. But even without knowing who the hero will be, believe me, the ending of the film is even more emotional than the first, and I never thought that would be possible. If you consider yourself tough, get ready, because literally your emotions, and Riley's too, will be on edge. It's definitely one of the best endings of a Disney movie you'll have the opportunity to watch, so I highly recommend that as soon as you can, watch this amazing continuation of Riley's life. It's totally worth it. Where are the new emotions in adults? This is something I really expected the film to address, but nothing was said about it. As you saw, we see anxiety also in Riley's dad's mind. But don't get your hopes up, because this is probably one of the things that will be better explained only in the future, as nothing was said about where they might be in the girl's mother's or father's mind. So in our list of things you'll see in Inside Out 2, this will definitely be one that you won't see. That's why we're letting you know in advance, because I wish someone had told me this too. Another thing you need to know is that the video is ending, but you can still have fun with us by choosing one of these 2 videos on the screen. Just click and we'll see you in the next video. Your emotions will definitely love doing this.